Alright lads, so coming straight over the 9th anniversary BANKAI live stream, there's a lot of news to cover in today's video. Hopefully we can cover it all in under 10 minutes time, but let's just jump straight into the moment you've been waiting for, all the news that we actually did get. So the BANKAI Live itself started off with the reveal of the two new 9th anniversary characters. In this case, the theme of this year is the strongest Quincy versus the strongest Soriba, and that of course does mean we are getting a new 9th anniversary Kenpachi, and surprisingly, a 9th anniversary Gremmy. This is probably going to go down as one of the more controversial character picks for an anniversary. I'm personally still excited for it, but at the same time I can understand that it's kind of an L. I did mention in yesterday's video that a Kenpachi Gremmy banner for anniversary is probably a worst case scenario. I personally would have preferred Ruki and Esnot as the anniversary headliners. But at the same time, Kenpachi and Gremmy as a banner, as a fight, as a characters, has something that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. And if Caleb want to give them the anniversary treatment and make them some of the best and coolest characters in the entire game, then in a way, I'm kind of down for it. No, I might have to make a whole separate video about these two characters in particular because they're absolutely insane. We haven't seen power creep like this for part 1 of the anniversary since 5th and 6th anniversary. In case you were wondering though, Kenpachi himself is going to be a speed super captain with the Espada Killer Plus ability. That's going to be one of the new things these characters are introducing, where in this case, instead of having a 40% killer effect against Espada, he now has a 50% killer effect against Espada. So just overall more damage output when they do have killer. And Kenpachi himself is going to be an absolutely amazing character despite visually looking absolutely amazing. While you might not agree that the character choicing was anniversary level, the amount of effort that Caleb put into these characters in terms of skills, how they look visually, are definitely anniversary level. Their artwork, their visuals are some of the best I've ever seen in Brave Souls. And in this case for Kenpachi, his damage output is going to be absolutely insane. Because not only does he have Frenzy plus 3, not only does he have a 100% Berserker, not only does he have an 80% SP boost, which already makes him basically the best character in the entire game. One of the new unique things that we are going to see with future characters, but most specifically the 9th anniversary characters, is an EX move. It's going to be an extra button, and in a way you can look at it as a extra strong attack, a strong attack 4, if you will. Now, they do state that every EX skill in particular is going to be different from each individual character. We can see that with the two 9th anniversary characters. First up, though, with Kenpachi, his EX move is going to be an area around him, which does do a ridiculous amount of damage, but it is going to give him an aura, and also, most importantly, an additional 100% spiritual pressure boost for 10 seconds. So again, looking at his damage output, Frenzy plus 3, a 100% Berserker, and a 180% SP boost when you do activate his EX move. He has over a good strong attack kit. He has some other good things about him: poise break, increased chance to inflict status augments, weakening, an overall good strong attack kit, especially with that SO3, which is the 2-stage charge strong attack, very similar to Ichigo's Getuguju Jisho. Kenpachi is the clear headliner for this anniversary, and this is the character that I've personally been waiting for. We haven't had a Kenpachi in over 2 years. I've been wanting to get a new Shika Kenpachi, and he definitely lives up to that expectation, and he lives up to the expectation of an anniversary character. He's easily one of the best characters, if not the best character in the entire game. Of course, following the strongest Soriba, we are then getting the strongest Quincy, at least self-proclaimed strongest Quincy. In this case, Gremmy is going to be a Technique Quincy Sturmritter with the Hollow Killer Plus ability, and in his case, against Hollow enemies, instead of doing 20% more damage, it goes up to 33% more damage. Now, Gremmy, just like Kenpachi, also has a lot going for him. In this case, he has Frenzy plus 3, a 50% Berserker, an 80% SP boost when you do inflict a status augment. And then what I really like about this Gremmy is that he has 2 team buffs that isn't restrictive to a certain attribute affiliation. In this case, it's to any Quincy. Quincy damage plus 30% to any enemy that is inflicted with a status augment, and then he's also giving Quincy's 20% more strong attack damage. This essentially means that not only is he doing more damage, but it means that any new Quincy that comes out in the future, they're instantly significantly better if you own someone like Gremmy. In a way, you can look at this character like an Akon for every Quincy. And Akon's one of the best supporters in the entire game, and the same can be basically said for this Gremmy. Despite him being a very hard-hitting character with a really good strong attack kit, by the way, really good visuals too, just like Kenpachi, this character looks absolutely amazing, but he's also going to double down as a really good just team supporter to likes that we've never seen before. If you plan on using any Quincy in the future in Guild Quest content in particular, it's almost going to be a must-have to have Gremmy in your team. Now, one of the best parts and what's going to make Gremmy one of the best characters in the entire game, just like Kenpachi, is his new EX move. Where Kenpachi gets a 100% SP boost, Gremmy's EX move is going to be boosting your allies' attack, focus, and defense by 40%. It's going to debuff the enemy's attack, focus, and defense by 40%. And it's also going to do a massive AoE in front of him, a 1000 AoE. But here's the kicker. The magnification for this attack is almost at 900%. Now, you might be wondering, what is a magnification? It basically just determines how much damage a strong attack is going to do. A normal strong attack free on any character is 120%. A sword bomb is 150. In Gremmy's case, it's 900 on this EX attack, which basically means this attack in particular has like 7 times the damage of any normal strong attack, even sword bomb, in the entire game. It's very likely this EX move, even at level 1, special move level 1, is going to even maybe one-shot nightmare difficulty characters. It's absolutely insane. They're really pushing the power creep with these characters, and that's what you want to see with Anniversary Round 1, because these characters seem to be premium just like last year, right? No reason for them not to be. And it's been a while, again, since the 6th and 5th anniversary, where Part 1 was absolutely insane. Don't get me wrong, 8th anniversary Part 1 and also 7th anniversary Part 1 were great. They were exciting. They were still some of the best characters at the time of the release, but they were relatively tame compared to past anniversaries and what we are seeing now with this new 8th anniversary Kenpachi and also Gremmy. You know, again, regardless of your opinion on the character choice, K-Lab are really going all out with these two characters. They look absolutely amazing on a visual standpoint, and they also seem to be really fun characters. There are a few nitpicks I have with them, and I guess we'll save that for a future video. Next up, and this is one of the more exciting things to get announced in this live stream, is that for the first time ever, I believe, we finally got a roadmap for future updates. I've been always wanting something like this, and it's really cool to see what these updates are planned because they all sound exciting, right? And for the most part, it's just improvements across the board on every part of the game. Besides Arena, unfortunately. Maybe a good thing, I don't know. But what we can see here, what K-Lab have planned for basically the next year is improvements to Brave Battles, a new quest for accessories, so this might be a more reliable way to get accessories other than just summoning with summon tickets. This also could be a way for us to maybe farm hammers, golden and silver hammers, to upgrade our accessories, because that's going to be something going forward into the future, right? Monthly 5-star plus upgrades for current accessories. Those two updates in particular seem to be releasing this autumn. In winter, we're going to be getting some guild quest improvements. Around winter to spring in 2025, we are going to be getting improvements to Senkamon. That's something that I'm looking forward to. We really want a new Senkamon update, new tower, new characters too. Has definitely been needed. Nicely them finally address that. They're also planning to make some improvements to Extreme Cop. I'm also down for that if they want to make it better. Make it more fun. More content is never a bad thing. And then during winter to spring, it maybe seems like they don't have a confirmed date about this. We are going to be getting a new power-up feature. Now, this might be important because with the power group we're getting, we might be getting harder content. But this new power-up feature does seem to maybe balance it out a tad bit. And we'll have a talk about that in a minute when we do get to that particular slide, because they did give us a tad bit more information. First up, let's talk about the Brave Battle change. So as stated here, changes will be made in the matching system and score calculation system to make it easier for stronger players in Brave Battles to reach higher ranks. They also do mention in the stream, while it's not written here, they are going to be making the rewards better. So this might be a way for you to have a easier time to acquire the 90,000 Brave Battle medal ticket. Better rewards is never a bad thing. The big question, though, is K-Lab going to make all of it possible here? Would that be a good or a bad thing? I'm not really too sure. Now, at the same time, I'm also not sure if this change is going to be good or bad, right? Because what we can see here is that the refresh button, which is currently available right now, you can infinitely refresh and try and hunt for very weak teams to push in Brave Battles. It seems to be now capped at 5 a day. So in a way, this might make Brave Battles harder because instead of hunting for a team that's very weak that you can just farm up, in a way you are at one point going to be forced to fight a team that maybe you can't tackle. One thing you will notice here is that the opponents that you are going to be able to go against aren't entirely random. They are now going to be ordered in total power. And it seems like if you do challenge those harder opponents, you get better rewards for it. More points overall. So in a way, this is going to change how you actually play Brave Battles. No longer are you going to hunt for the easier teams. You're going to be challenged and rewarded for battling those harder teams. Is that a good or a bad thing? I mean, we'll get to wait and see how it plays out. As long as the rewards overall get better and it gives me more reason to play Brave Battles, I'm never going to complain. In regards to the guild quest change that we are going to be getting later this year, they do say here there are plans to add new features and adjustments that will enable players to earn higher scores. We hope this will allow players that enjoy aiming for a higher score and also rankings. And what we can see here in particular is a change to how the wave system and potentially even score system is going to work. So as of right now, the way you get a high score in guild quest is beating getting it as fast as possible. This new change seems to be, it doesn't matter on clear time because for the most part, it looks like you are going to use the full 1 minute of guild quests. And now it's going to be how far can you go? Because what we can see here is that wave 1 to 5 overall seems to have a 160 million HP threshold. But once you do beat wave 5, you're then going to start the extra wave. And in this case, Okura, as we can see here, has 50 million HP. And then I assume because it's EX level 1, once you beat this wave, you do the wave again. And now this Okura is going to respawn in and have even more HP. So this is also going to be quite a big switch up for Guild Quest content. It seems like right now no longer are you based on clear time, and it's more so based on how far you can actually make it. In a way, there is now infinite ways in Guild Quest, but you're still going to be timed with the 1 minute timer. It's now going to be as far as you can go and not how fast you can complete it. Is that a good or bad thing? I'm not really too sure. I kind of like the idea of it. I like changes, and I guess it kind of does make sense now because we are getting to the point, and we've already been at that point to be fair, right? Where characters are already super broken and they're already able to clear very hard with like 50 seconds remaining at special level 1 out of 5. You know, if we were to compare, let's say, for example, Yashi Unohana and then also the new Kenpachi, obviously Kenpachi's damage output is significantly higher, but in terms of clear time for Guild Quest, they're probably going to get very similar clear times because you can only be so fast the way the current Guild Quest does work. So I think that's why Caleb are changing it more so to future-proof the characters and not keep adding new difficulties every year or every 7 months. So that's kind of my thought process why they are doing it. And it's more so just adapt to the current power creep. But if it does mean that rewards are better, then I'm never going to say no to it, right? Guild Quest as a whole already does offer a large amount of rewards as is. And if it can get even higher, I'm for it. I'm for it. Of course, as already stated in the roadmap, we are also going to get a new power-up system. Now, I really like the idea of what we are currently about to get. Because when they showed the original roadmap, I thought the new power-up system would be T30 link slot abilities. But in this case, what we are about to get seems to be kind of cool. So, from the looks of it, it's a new soul tree unique to attributes. So by powering up these soul trees, you can overall get more SP, more attack, more focus, more defense, and more stamina for your entire attribute. So this in a way is also a way to make characters already existing better, more ways in general to make your characters OP, and also potentially make any potential future harder content a bit more trivial to a certain extent, because this is a way to make our accounts better other than just, pull in new characters. What's very interesting though, is alongside, the stat upgrades that we can see here, there does appear to be skill upgrades. Now, unfortunately, we can't see what skills you can get here, but these icons are new skills. So this could potentially be a way, hypothetically, just going to throw it out there, a way to give all your technique characters guard break. I doubt it would be that, but it's a hypothetical, right? If anything, it might be very niche effects like 5% more strong attack damage. But even 5% more strong attack damage for every character in your box in their attribute can be quite huge because there does seem to be quite a few buffs here. But even then, to be fair, what we can look at here is that each node has 5 levels. So it looks like each one's going to offer maybe a different skill, but this could definitely be game changing. I think it has a lot of potential. It looks like a bit of fun, and I'm excited to potentially farm these items up to eventually max out the entire soul tree for each individual attribute. After that, though, we have the 9th anniversary Choose a 6-star summons. Now, in this case, it does have Concord, 1000 Year Blood Ichigo, as the character icon. So I would like to think that does confirm 1000 Year Blood characters in this pool. We'll have to wait and see closer to the date, more so on the 18th when it does get announced in-game. But this just seems to be our usual Choose a 6-star summon, potentially better than before, since it might actually include 1000 Year Blood characters. Obviously up to a certain point, likely include the first 16 rounds of 1000 Year Blood Wars, stopping at Concord, Ichigo, Uryu, and also Chads. We're then getting 10 free multis, in this case including seasonal and also premium characters with a guaranteed 5-star on the 10th multi. We have the 9th anniversary point event, obviously covering the fight between Kenpachi and Gremlin. We can get the exclusive 9th anniversary accessory, and during this point event, you will be able to get a power special move source. Now, it's not mentioned in the live stream, but Hiken did dataman that we are getting another Choose a 5-star summon to get, so another one, right? But in this case, it's only going to include power characters. It's going to be the standard, you pick 10 characters, and you get 1 character randomly of the 10 you did choose. I would like to think and hope that this is a reward for reaching a certain milestone in the point event. So alongside getting a move source, a power one in particular, you also can get a potential character to use that move source on. That might be the idea. And if that's the case, that's kind of cool, but that's not confirmed. We don't really know how we're going to be able to get this Choose a 5-star summon ticket. The banner itself has also been announced, and one of the best parts that come from this announcement is that finally we are done with the 7-step format. One thing for you new players, if you didn't already know, is that every year post first anniversary, the anniversary banners, while the most exciting banners of the entire year, were always the worst banners to summon on given the current step-up format, only having 1 guaranteed 5-star and a very limited number of discounts. It's been the one thing plaguing every anniversary since basically the second anniversary. And finally, we are now done with that. In this case, this banner in particular is a normal Zenith summon. So step 1 to 25. And an additional 25 steps for those that do want to go the extra mile. But of course, with that, every 5 steps, you are guaranteed a 5-star character. And on the 25th and 50th step, you are guaranteed a character of your choice, either Kenpachi or also Gremmy. So we have a confirmed pity system on the 9th anniversary banner, which is honestly very, very exciting. The filler pool itself has also been announced in-game. I personally really like the pool here. I'm missing 6 characters. As always with every past anniversary banner, the filler pool could have been better, but it also could have been significantly worse. There's some really good standouts here, of course, being the 8th anniversary characters, Christmas Nelliel, Halloween Toshiro, Parasol Rukia, all characters that I'm missing, and some even good recent premium characters too. For me personally, this is a very easy 25-step summons, so make sure that you are subscribed to see that when the banner does go live, and it will be starting on the 19th of July. There's going to be an extra campaign to get more character and accessory slots if you do watch ads. This was introduced with the most recent update, but during this time in particular, from the 19th of July to I believe the 26th of July, the amount of slots you do get is doubled. So for those that are on mobile that can watch ads, take advantage of that if you do want the extra character and also accessory slots. And then one of the bigger surprises, which no one expected to be fair, is that Caleb revealed their new Bleach game. In this case, introducing Bleach Soul Puzzle. So yes, this is a new Bleach game coming out later this year, and it's basically Candy Crush but Bleach characters. I'm for it. The designs are super cute. This isn't supposed to be the next big Bleach game, right? Obviously not. It's not supposed to compete with BBS, Soul Resonance, or even Rebirth of Souls. It's just something extra for potential Bleach fans to play. I like the idea of it. I'm down for a Bleach Candy Crush. I'll be playing. And with that, that was the 9th anniversary BANKAI livestream. I think overall it was a W stream. We got a lot of crazy announcements. I mean, a whole roadmap for like the next year is kind of insane. It's a first for Caleb, and a lot of the changes that are coming our way seem to be relatively exciting, right? It's nice to see the game getting better, and it's nice to see Caleb have a plan for the future of BBS. It doesn't look like they are winging it. If anything, the one sour thing, of course, is the anniversary character reveals. Kenpachi and Gremmy is definitely not the most accepted character release, and I can understand the disappointment. I've personally been looking forward to a Kenpachi and Gremmy banner. I've been waiting for these two characters to get remakes. Would I have wanted it as an anniversary banner? Probably not, but it's here. I can't really change that. I was going to be excited for these characters nonetheless, and the fact that they are getting the anniversary treatment with better visuals, better artwork, better skills, better strong attacks, these characters look absolutely insane. I can be a tad bit disappointed, but at the same time, I can still be a tad bit excited for these really cool characters that I've been waiting a very long time for. Part 2, for those that are wondering, will be getting announced on the 26th. So if you don't like what Part 1 has to offer, Part 2 might be for you. It's obviously going to be another 1000-year blood banner, but the question is, who will the characters be? We'll talk about that when the date does get closer. But overall, very fun live stream, really cool announcements made in this stream. Looking forward to all the stuff that was announced today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.